Educator, the mom strategist. I'm so excited about the scope today. Are you stuck? The problem is the topic today. Are you stuck? The problem is. You're going to love this scope. If you've been saying over and over again, I want to get this done, I should get this done, or you've had big plans forever, and when you look at what you're doing versus what you are saying, and it just doesn't add up, you're going to love this scope. Now, I will tell you that it's going to be a tough scope. So if in fact you are new to my scopes, this one might not be the first scope that you want to join me on, because what I'm going to do, my only goal is to create a shift, is so that maybe there's something that I say that supports you. Yeah, it's an ouch scope. Is to support you with making that shift and understanding that the problem is you, all right? The problem is likely you. It's probably how you're showing up. It's probably what you're not doing. It's probably what you haven't committed to. It is you, all right? It's no one else. And I can tell you that firmly because I have coached hundreds of clients over the years and just had the great opportunity to watch people who get it done versus people who are always perpetually getting it done and never get it done, all right? And I'm going to break that down for you guys over the next couple of minutes. Do me a favor, be a great friend and share this Periscope with someone that you know here on Periscope, on Twitter, or on Facebook, so that they too can get unstuck and understand really what the problem is. All right. Thank you guys so much for sharing. I appreciate that. Hey, Jermaine, welcome to the scope. I saw you, Latasha. I'm glad that you're here. This is going to be a great scope. Today's topic is, are you stuck? Okay. The problem is, all right. And I'm going to explain to you, I've written down simply 8 simple reasons. Hey, darling, good to see you. 8 simple reasons why you might be stuck. And I'm going to tell you that the problem is you, all right? It is you. I'm going to tell you in advance, it is absolutely you. It might be how you're showing up, what you're not doing, that you believe you're doing, the stories you're telling yourself, the stories you're telling other people about what you're really doing, because at the end of the day, if you are stuck, it is your responsibility to get unstuck, all right? And somebody just say amen to that. All right. So I'm going to get started and just simply introduce myself. If I have not met you before, it's nice to virtually meet you. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I know, I got a name in, right? I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with life and business success. Specifically, I help my clients understand, another amen, right? I help my clients understand that they are product, that you can take your gifts, your background, your skills, your passion, the things that you've been doing for years for free likely, or for fee, maybe in your workplace, and you've been trying to figure out how you can do that on your own. That's what I support my clients with, understanding that they are product and that they are highly monetizable, that their ideas, their intellectual property. Yeah, I know. Amen and a hello. All right. I appreciate that. All right. And so if that's you, you're going to love what I scope about, because typically they're mindset, life, and business scopes that I offer here. Every single day, I do a scope to create a shift that creates a shift inside of you. You know, I got started in my business about 13 years ago with a simple idea. I just wanted to go to work as myself. I literally just wanted to combine my background as a trainer and my love of motherhood into a business. And I had no idea how I could do that. I didn't know how to do it. But you know what? It didn't stop me. I went to a small business resource center in my town in Baltimore, and I was told that what I've been doing for the last 13 years, okay, that no one would ever pay me, never pay me to combine my background as a corporate trainer and my love of motherhood into a business as a coach. All right. Can you believe that? And I'm so glad I didn't listen. And I tell you this story because maybe you are that person that thinks outside of the box also. Maybe your thought leadership, you know, you don't know other people that see the things that you see. See, that was me. I wanted to be a mom coach when the words did not exist. All right. And so if that's you, you're going to love this scope in particular is for you. You know, let's fast forward. As a result of being an entrepreneur, to me, being an entrepreneur is a tremendous opportunity for everyone. It's something that's available for us all to be able to live on our own terms, to be able to monetize in a way that's true to you, to be able to design a schedule that completely supports who you are and the lifestyle that you want. That's why I love being an entrepreneur. I work about 30 hours a month servicing my clients and from the comfort of my home. And I love that. As a result of being an entrepreneur, I control my schedule. I can date my husband in the middle of the day. I can drop my kids off at school and pick them up at the end of the day, because entrepreneurship provides you that level of flexibility. Now, what I'm going to break down for you today, for those of you who are like, I want to be an entrepreneur, but you don't want to do the work, I'm going to explain to you in the scope today, which is simply, are you stuck? Like, are you stuck? You're looking to be an entrepreneur. You've been trying to monetize in your business forever. You say you're doing every single thing that there is to do, but you just can't figure out why there's no moolah, why it's not working for you. I'm going to explain that for you in 8 simple steps. If you're ready, just simply say, I am ready, Mia, and I will get started. Also, if you're just joining the scope, good to see you, Janelle. If you're just joining the scope, please share on Twitter, on Periscope, on Facebook. I would totally appreciate that. And some hearts. We're pretty close to 3 million hearts, so I would appreciate the hearts as well. And that just lets me know that you guys like what I'm sharing. I appreciate it. Okay, we've got one person that's ready. Anybody else ready? Hey, Ruby, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. All right, we've got, you guys are ready. All right, I'm excited. So the topic today, perfect. Thank you, Dr. G. The topic today is, are you stuck? All right. Are you stuck? A lot of people are ready. All right. Are you stuck? Hey there, darling. The problem, the problem is you. So if you are stuck, a lot of times what happens is when we're stuck, what we focus on is what isn't working, right? Because that's all we can see. Like when you're stuck, all you can see is what isn't working. We focus on the last activity that we had that was productive, and we forget about all of the things that we've done leading up to where we are in the current situation that did not add value, right? That we're not consistent in the direction that we want to go. You guys know I'm telling the truth, all right? And the fact of the matter is, when we're in a place where we're stuck, one of the biggest reasons that we're stuck is because we're not being fully honest with ourselves that we have gotten ourselves in the situation that we're in. Now, here's the good news. The good news is that if you got yourself into a situation, you can, hey, darling, you can get yourself out of a situation. But here are the 8 reasons that I believe that people are stuck and what the problem is, because I hear it over and over and over again. Number 1, if you're stuck, it's likely one of these things, one of these 8 things. Number 1, it is what you are thinking. I know some of you guys are like, oh, please don't tell me it's that mindset thing. It's that mindset thing. I'm telling you, it's that mindset thing. There are people who want to create big things, but they only think about small things. And the way you can tell if someone is thinking about a small thing, listen to what they say. All right. People who think small talk small. People who think big talk big. All right. And if your language isn't lining up with where you want to be, I guarantee it is because of your mindset, because the only things that you are thinking about maybe are failure or what's wrong or what didn't work or what somebody else might think or what the fears are that you are having. And when your mindset has got a hold on you, you got to do some work to overcome that. And if you don't do that, then you're going to stay stuck. And you got to understand that. I know this because I read tons of emails. I coach clients, thousands and tens of thousands of hours. And the fact of the matter is the difference between a person that's stuck and a person that's unstuck is really how they think. All right. It is how they think. I see people who have really difficult situations and they think in a higher way. And as a result of it, they can get themselves out. And then you meet people who think in really small ways and they can't find their way out. All right. So if this is you, I want to tell you that the problem is you. It's the way you're thinking. It's the fact that likely you don't spend much of your time. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? All right. Tell me if you can hear me. Yes or no? Let's see if Periscope's being wonky. Can you hear me? Yes or no? Okay, perfect. All right. Okay. I know somebody's like, okay. Did I step on your feelings? I'm so sorry. I stepped on your toes. All right. You're like, I can hear you, right? But I don't want to hear you. But it's so true. And my only goal is to support you. And if you hear something that resonates with you, it's because you got it, right? Like, it's like, ouch, because you have that. And the only reason sometimes words offend, if people aren't being offensive, is because it's in you. You know this to be true. So whenever I'm working with people who get things done and people who don't get things done, the biggest difference is their thought life. And if you don't understand that, if you don't like where you're going, you need to invest really in building that muscle in between here. You got to invest in what you're hearing up here, all right? Otherwise, what you will say over and over and over again, what you say is a reflection of what you're thinking, all right? You got to understand that. What you say is a reflection of your thought life, all right? So it's really important. So the first thing is, if you are stuck, all right, the problem is your thought life is messed up. And the only reason your thought life gets messed up is because of where you invest your time. If you invest your time watching things that are not good, reading things that are not good, spending time with people that, all of these things, that's why your dominant association has to come out somewhere. And what happens is we often see it in languaging. I feel so overwhelmed. This is so stressful. This is so bad. There are people who are dealing with the exact same things, but they are looking for the outcomes and the solutions, and they don't focus on low vibration. Number two, or they don't focus on language that doesn't support where they're going. All right. Number two, try just saying something, try to say something good about a bad situation and you'll feel better. Just try that. All right, number two, if you're stuck, then the problem is likely that what you don't know is costing you. So if you are flat stuck, and I'm telling you guys, if you're flat stuck, you've been trying to monetize in your business forever. You are doing speaking engagements, your fees are too low. You have products, you don't know how to make any money. You don't know how to find any clients. It is because what you do not know, what you don't know how to do, is costing you. And if you don't understand that the reason that people invest in coaches, teachers, mentors, and trainers is because they're investing in people to teach them what they know. Now, what you got to understand about you is that if you knew what someone else knows, you can do what they do. But if you don't know what they know, you can't produce the same results. So the reason you have to make the investment, okay, darling, the reason you have to make the investment is because you are investing to learn what someone else knows so you can do what they do. Does this make sense? If it makes sense, just simply say, that makes sense, Mia, right? That makes sense, right? And so the problem is you, right? It's you. It's the fact that you've been trying to coach yourself. You've been trying to teach yourself. You've been running around in circles. You know what? Because a lot of us have a strategy and the strategy is flawed. It's based on flawed logic. The fact of the matter is there are people who are just like you in the exact same situation. They're no smarter, they're no sharper, but they understand that they have got to invest in themselves with people who absolutely represent where they are going. If you don't understand that, what you don't know will cost you. You will stay stuck. I will tell you, it doesn't mean you won't get there. It just means you won't get there fast, right? You want to learn, right? I can advise you. I've helped tons of clients do exactly that. Number three, if you are stuck, all right, the problem is this, all right, lack of discipline. Now, lack of discipline. I already know. So you were excited about the new idea. You were excited about that business. You were excited about the prospect. You saw the vision. You wrote the plan down. Oh, it's part of your New Year resolutions. Oh, I got it. Right? You got goals set. You told everybody about it. But when you had to discipline yourself to do the work, you didn't do that. All right. And the reason that you are stuck, right? So the reason you are stuck is not because you couldn't do it. It's because you made a decision not to stay the course and be disciplined. Consistency and persistency wins the race. What you got to understand is that successful entrepreneurs got different habits. I'm one of the most disciplined people you will ever meet. All right. Very, very disciplined person. Snow day. Yep. You know what? Snow day means that's an opportunity for me to get an early start, to get in front of people, to make it do what it do. All right. And you got to understand that so many people have been programmed by the bell. Let me tell you what I mean. Ding, ding, ding. It's time for lunch. You know what I mean? Ding, ding, ding. It's time for vacation. You guys know I'm telling the truth. Ding, ding, ding. It's a furlough day. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. And you got to ask yourself, like, you know, when you're talking about being an entrepreneur, I know I'm just breaking it down. Like, if you're talking about being an entrepreneur, you know, you got to ring your own bell. All right. And so many people are waiting for someone else to tell them when, where, what, how. All right. Entrepreneurs are fishers. Okay. They're fishermen. They go out there and they find the opportunity. And you can't do that. Some of you guys, I'm telling you that one of the reasons that you're not successful in your business or you're stuck is because you're not disciplined. You don't do the things to build the stamina to be stronger. Like, I mean, to me, I love when I'm lifting weights, and when I go to the gym, I go to the gym so that I can be strong, right? Like, it takes stamina to grow a great business. It takes energy to grow a great business, particularly if you're in the people business. You got to understand that making the decision to be strong and resilient and consistent is a discipline. And the reason that a lot of people are stuck is because your body's got you stuck, because you're tired, because you're eating the wrong foods, because you won't work out. I just want to call it out. The reason that you're not disciplined is because you can't focus because of how you spend your time, what you're eating, what you're drinking, how you're snacking. I'm just breaking it down. So when you say you're stuck, let's get clear about why you're stuck. It's because of the lack of discipline. I hope somebody hears me. I hope this is supporting you guys. It's getting hot up in here, right? Number four, if you guys are just joining me on this scope, I'm having a good time. I'm teaching today if you're feeling stuck, what the problem is. And I'm breaking that down, right? Fatigue and mental fog is lack of healthy eating, absolutely. And so when you're sitting down trying to rock out a business and you don't have the discipline, right? Personally, you don't have the discipline because you can't focus if you have a lot of sugar, if you don't do things that make you strong, if you don't do things that give you mental clarity, it's very difficult to discipline yourself to do things. Anyway. All right, number four. So if you're stuck, the problem is likely the people in your circle. So if you're stuck, I'm sweating in here. If you're stuck, the reason is likely the people who are in your circle. So what do I mean by that? That means that those people represent you. So like there are people who are flat stuck because they're around a bunch of broke people. And broke people, broke conversations. I don't mean just monetarily, although that could be. But they're broke, like what they're talking about, like is not an elevated conversation, or what they're sharing is like what no one wants, right? So the fact of the matter is the reason that you are stuck is because you don't understand that you got to invest in that network that you want. I'm always surprised whenever I meet people who are part of great networks, right? But they don't get it. Like they come in and they're part of a great network. I invest in several high-level masterminds. Why? For the association, right? Because I'm able to meet with people who have more than enough. See, if you get around people, your ambition level and above, they have more than enough, and they will share things with you that people who are broke will never give you because they have to hoard because they believe that they don't have enough, all right? So some of you guys are stuck not because of any other reason other than who you decide that you want to hang out with, who you want to talk to every day. They have nothing to give you. The only thing that can happen when you're dealing with them is you have to be the one to sow into everyone because they're not in a position to sow. They're hoarding. You're talking to them. You know what I'm talking about. They're taking notes, right? You need to get around other people. You need to invest in networks with people who have more to give. When you do that, you will find you won't be stuck anymore. You'll walk in and say, you know what? One of the things I need is an angel investor. In the right network, you walk in there, looking for an angel investor, someone will say, let me introduce you to my friend, my brother, my cousin. You got to understand, you got to invest in that. All right. And if you are stuck, the problem is your circle. You're not surrounded with people who are influencers. You're not around people who have more than enough that they can give to you very easily. All right. You're around people that everything they have, they need. All right. Therefore, for those of you who, what it looks like is that you have people that you feel like, you know what, they don't share anything. They won't even tell you who did their hair. All right. They won't tell you anything. Why? Because they're broke. Okay. And it doesn't just relate to money, although it can. It relates to how they show up. You know what? They look good. They smell good, but they're broke at a whole nother level. And that is the reason why you're stuck, because you're spending all your time and your energy with people who really cannot elevate your game at all. They will never do that. All right. You need to let that go. You need to say bye. All right. Number five. And okay. And you know what? I think the other thing that I want to say, who's in your circle, let me just add to this. The other thing is, for those of you who are part of great circles, you're part of great networks, but you're maybe the person that doesn't know how to evaluate an ROI of being in a great circle. What are you talking about, Mia? Let me break this down for you. This is for those of you who you're part of a great network. Like I have a great network. There are lots of you guys who have great networks you're already a part of, but you don't know how to maximize that network because you know what? This is all new to you. Maybe you struggle dealing with people at an elevated level and you feel like that's not real because you're so used to dealing with folk who want something from you, who are taking things from you that you don't trust and can't trust in a relationship with other people who are your ambition level and above. You guys know I'm telling the truth. You know what? You know I'm telling the truth, all right? And if that's you, you got to get that straight. It's the reason you are stuck. The problem is you, all right? And the other thing is, for those of you who are a part of networks, you have the opportunity to be mentored, to be coached, to be taught by people who have been good to you and who are great to you, and you don't get that. Like, you guys have heard me on my scopes. My coach, Terry, is phenomenal. I have talked about her a million times. We coached together 13 years ago. And what she taught me, her ideas, her model, changed my life. And let me just tell you guys, I have never, ever minced words to say Terry Levine changed my life. Her model, she was a laptop entrepreneur, the first one I ever met that picked her laptop up November, December, and January, would go to another country and work. And that model changed my life. I did not know how to monetize my ideas until I met her. And let me just tell you, as a result of meeting her, I've made millions of dollars in my coaching practice because I met her. And I will forever tell everyone about that experience, what it means to me, and who she is. See, a lot of you guys are stuck because you're ungrateful. You believe, you might be believing that if you shout somebody else out, it diminishes who you are. I just want to call you out. But what you got to understand is, those of us who play big, we don't operate like that. All right. I'm bringing 100, a number 100 always. All right. And if that's you, you got to understand that the reason you think that is because you're thinking small, and go back to number one. All right. There is more than enough always. All right. Are you stuck? All right. Are you stuck? The problem is number 5. Okay. Patterns. All right. You're sabotaging yourself. You know, I'm going to tell you what it looks like. I see a lot of people who have created tremendous success in their businesses or in their lives. And they're like the lotto winners, right? They're like the lottery winners. They create great success, and then you check on that $1 million lottery winner a year later, and they don't have sustainable success. Oh my goodness. Oh, are you serious? Oh, why is that? Because it was about the flash. See, it really wasn't about the cash. It was about you feeding your ego. It was about you showing people what you can do. It was about buying the car, buying the house. It wasn't about saving. It wasn't about doing the things you needed to do in truth to be truly authentically free and consistently free. Now, this is something I want to break down. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over a decade. I'm very, very proud of that. And you don't get to do that by faking it. Okay, you got to understand, guys, that you build a successful business for your family, you make an investment, you play smart, you put the systems in place, and most times it means tremendous sacrifice. And it's not about being flashy. It's about making those reserves for things that really do matter to create sustainable success over and over again. This is why you see people, and every 2 minutes, you guys have seen this, they're changing what they're doing. They're changing the market strategy. They're changing how they're doing it. Hey, that business, they're no longer doing that. Why? Because those people, their patterns are patterns that are from the old days where they sabotage their success. They don't know what success really and truly looks like. They likely don't have solid mentorship with sustainable success. So what they understand is how to show what success looks like not what it really is. They just show what they think it looks like, and it's not real. I want to break it down for those of you who have, invested more in the designer bag than you have in your coaching business. You've invested more. I just want to call it out for what it is. And if you want to build a sustainable business, you just can't do that. Most of us are incredible investors in our businesses. We invest over and over again. We make a tremendous sacrifice. Freedom is not free. So anyone that's telling you, listen, you know what, as a result of being a six-figure entrepreneur or early six-figure entrepreneur, let me tell you, you got taxes. This thing called taxes. All right. It's a real thing, people. All right. So you guys gotta be wise. And when I look at Facebook often, you see all kinds of things where people are so key in terms of their marketing, understanding how to market to your fears. You want to show the empty designer bag. You're trying to show people that you're traveling the world. You know what I mean? You're living on a yacht, that these things can be leased, guys. You got to understand, like renting a limo is $150 an hour. It doesn't make you rich. And you guys got to stop falling for these broke things. Like this is craziness, right? But if you want to understand why you are stuck, it's a facade. If you want to know why you're stuck, it's because you're attracted to your fears. See, you're trying to show people what it looks like instead of focusing on what it really is. I always want to call it out and break it down for what it really is, because I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over a decade. My husband and I both, our kids have never seen us work a job. We're 18, 15, and 11 years old. We're probably one of the most understated entrepreneurs definitely in our neighborhood. We're young. We've been free forever, like not forever, but since I was 29 years old. And I'm proud of that. But we don't have to prove it. We live it. All right. Number six. If you're trying to figure out why you are stuck. Oh, that's right. He's 12 years old now. Matthew turned 12 on Sunday, so that wasn't accurate. All right. Matthew just turned 12 years old. All right. Number 6, the reason that you are stuck. The problem is that you likely want something for nothing. And you want something for nothing. And every single something that I want, I understand that I've got to be able to invest in it. You got to have skin in the game. Somebody tell me what time it is, Eastern Standard Time. And you want something for nothing. Hey, darling, good to see you, Tommy. And if you want something for nothing, then likely it is the reason why you are stuck. Because, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So it's the reason why you are stuck, all right? It is the reason why you are stuck. And let me tell you why that is. It's because the fact of the matter is wanting something for nothing means that you don't value who you are enough to sow a seed, right? Now, the Bible, or the book that I read, says that give and it shall be given, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So, like, if you're not, like, giving anything, like, you're not, like, sowing anything, right? Like, what you sow, you will reap. You got to understand that something for nothing, like, if you look at it from a spiritual perspective, which is what I like to do, I think that's why you got nothing. The reason you are stuck today is because of how you sow, all right? And, you know, it might be able to relate it to your business. It also might relate to how you are sowing in the lives of other people. There's so many people that want a return in their lives. They sow nothing at all. I always look for opportunities every single day to give. And if you notice, I want you to think about this for a minute. Think about like your favorite top billionaire entrepreneur, right? Think of your top billionaire entrepreneur. I think of Tony Robbins, or I think of Oprah Winfrey, right? What's one thing that you think about as when you think about them as it relates to giving, as it relates to sewing? Like I think about Oprah had the Angel Network, right? And then I think about Tony Robbins. He brings clean water to, I forget what country, but I mean, it's like he's passionate. I do not know successful entrepreneurs who do not abundantly give. All right. And so if your goal is to be a successful entrepreneur, you've got to end this something for nothing attitude. You got to understand that you are put here to make a difference, and you got to sow. And the reason that you are stuck is because you have your eyes on yourself. Poor me. You know what I mean? This isn't working for me. I feel so sad about me. Okay. When you take your eyes off yourself and put them on another person, your life begins to have meaning. So a lot of you guys, even in your businesses, the reason you're stuck is because you know what I'm saying? It's all about you. It's not about you. When you're building a business, it's about serving your target demographic. It's about giving people what they truly need. And it's about understanding that the reason that, I always think about an event, like, my goodness, if I have a client that's hosting an event and they don't make an offer to the clients to support them more, I'm thinking you made it about you. You wanted something for nothing. These people came, they booked a hotel, they got, you know what I mean? They booked a hotel room, they got airplanes, tickets to come to your event, and you didn't offer or care about them enough to support them. You didn't read enough books to overcome your own fear. You made it all about you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on. All right. So the reason you're stuck is because you want something for nothing, and it doesn't work like that. You got to have skin in the game, and that's the reality. All right. Number 7. I hope this has supported you guys. Tommy, this has been a tough little scope here. But it's a truthful scope. If you guys are new to the scope, please share on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope. Today I'm sharing why are you stuck? Why are you stuck? And I say you are stuck because of you. All right, you only have 2 more points and then I'm done. Number 7. It's because you are chasing your lack or your need. So the reason you're stuck is because you're chasing your lack or your need. Chasing your lack or your need, okay? So you got to understand that, I know you're going to watch a replay, right? You're chasing your lack or your need. And what does that look like? It means that people are very good who are stuck of articulating what did not work. Okay, what is wrong, what did not happen, how much money they wanted to make, what they want. Okay, what they want. Okay, this is people who are stuck. Articulate that. Now, people who achieve what they want. Yeah, you got to get this replay, Tiffany. People who achieve what they want, they tell you what they are doing. Okay, they tell you what they're doing. So the biggest difference between people who make things happen and people who want things to happen is that what they talk about. People who don't have what they want, they chase their need. They talk about their lack over and over again, and they're trying to figure out, scratch their head, why they are recreating over and over and over again, the thing that they do not want, because that's the only thing you talk about. Talk to someone that's getting it done. All they're going to tell you is what they did. I did this, and after I did that, I tried that. Oh, and this happened, and then I tried that. Talk to people who are not making it happen. They tell you, I want to make money. I need to make money. I'm trying to make money. I'm struggling to get this business going. What you do? Not telling you what they did. They're telling you what they didn't do in essence, but they're telling you always about what isn't working, what doesn't feel well, all of that. What did you do? Tell me what you did. Tell me what you did. Because the moment that you begin to do, you will understand that you will speak a different language. And so for those of you who are stuck in your business, you don't like where you are. You're like, I need more customers. And I say, hey, go on live stream every day. Oh, you will, but you haven't. Okay, that's a choice. You got to understand, you got to implement. That's right, Tiffany. And the reality is that the vast majority of people can benefit from this. People who are stuck, the problem is that they are chasing their need. You know what I mean? They are chasing their lack every single day. They spend more time jogging with it. You know what I mean? They just jog with it. They jog along with it. I will do that, but it's not working for me. I don't have a whole lot. you got to be all in. What you got to understand is the moment that you make a decision to get done the thing, the moment that you said, I have got to have one new client this week, I'm going to call as many people as I need to call until I get that one client. Then you start saying, I called 10 people. I called 10 people. Oh. I called 20 people. Oh, I called 30 people. What's going to happen in the process? You will change. Your language will change because your actions have changed. And as a result of that, you'll be able to talk about what you did do in opposed to what you wanted to do. I hope this supports somebody in making the shift that they want. All right. And then number 8, okay, number 8 is if you are stuck, all right. Number 8, I'm sorry, this one might be tough, but number 8 is the problem is your environment, all right. So you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, some of you are trying to elevate your life in an environment that is not elevated, okay. And so before you're going to be able to do what you need to do in your business, okay, and you're going to have to get your life right. All right. One of the greatest distractions that I have seen from people who really want to go out there and knock the ball out the park, unless you have the special ability to be able to compartmentalize and really be able to get things done. Very few people can. If your life isn't right, relationships at home, things are, crazy negative, you know what I'm saying? There's just a level of disorder and disorganization as it relates to interacting with the people. Things are just low vibration when you walk around the door. It's the reason why you're stuck, because it's difficult to create creativity when you're in an environment that drains and sucks the life out of you. I just want to break that down. Or if you're dealing with people who are vampire slayers. Now, what do you do about that? If that is you, what you need to do, say no one's saying anything, but I just want to break it down. What you need to understand is that imbalance is your gift. So for those of you who are hearing this and thinking, that's me, oh my goodness, I don't want to write anything, it's everyone at some point. And what it tells you is that your life is in balance. And when something is in balance, it's perfect, because now you know the critical conversations you need to have, the things you need to ask for, the counseling that you guys need to go to, you know what I mean? The recommitments that you need to make, the systems you need to put in place. So for those of you who are judging your experiences because they're less than perfect, I'm here to tell you that the reason you're stuck, the real reason that you're stuck is because you need to own that. Okay, you need to own that situation in your environment, and you need to do whatever you need to do to get that right. And what you're going to see is just making some room, making some headway in that area of your business and in your life will allow you. Now, you know the truth. What you're going to do about it. So true, right? You know the truth. And so many of us know that, and you can't figure it out, but you really know it. All right. And you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to yourself, to your kids, and to your spouse. You know, the most loving thing to do in any relationship is to call it out for what it is and do the work. See, it all goes back to that. So I'm just going to wrap up really quickly. Today, what I taught on, I hope you guys got great value. Today, what I taught on is if you are stuck, if you are flat stuck, what the problem is. I named 8 things that will support you. Number 1 is the problem is what you are thinking, what you're thinking. You guys need to catch the replay. Number 2, what you don't know is costing you. You got to understand, for my folks out here who've been trying to coach themselves, coaches who are coaching themselves forever, you guys have been teaching yourselves and you're not able to monetize in your business or, thank you so much, or create the results you want. It's because, you know what? You need to understand that what you don't know is costing you dollars, all right? And it's costing you time, and it's costing you energy. When I tell you the number of people who tell me, well, I've been doing this, and said, did it work? Okay, how did that work for you? All right, you need to do something different. All right, number 3, the problem is lack of discipline. This is for those of you who are like, I've done everything, except be consistent every single day. Because you didn't hit your number 3 weeks after you started your goal. Oh, you didn't hit 6 figures in 6 months, so you just cut it back, right? So it's because of your lack of discipline that you are stuck. I'm just telling you, right? Great entrepreneurs go all in. We do it every single day. Number 4, the problem is that your circle is too small. They think too small, and you aren't surrounded with people who are influencers that represent a higher level of thinking. And sometimes you might be insecure about being around people like that, but those are the people that have the ability to give things to you that people that are broke cannot give to you. Meaning broke, people are broke at a high level. They look good, they smell good, but they're broke, right? And they are the kind of people that don't share, they don't give, they don't understand what abundance truly looks like because they have nothing to give. Number five, the next problem are your patterns and how you sabotage yourself, right? So, some people operate their businesses like they're lottery winners. You create success and instantly you start spending money or trying to show other people to impress them, to let them know that you are fabulous. Guys, I'm on most of my scopes in my t-shirts. I don't have to impress anyone. You know what? I ain't got to impress anybody. This is my life. Like, this is what it is, right? And I don't have to dress up. I do put a little makeup on so that when I just put this scope in Scope School, it has a little makeup on it. But the fact of the matter is you don't have to fake it till you make it. Just make it real, all right? Make it real. Number six, you want something for nothing. You know what I'm talking about. You need to put some skin in the game. That might be for those of you who like to turn the channel. Some of you guys here on Periscope or Facebook or Twitter who you just hop over from one person to the next, catching the next free thing. Thank you. I appreciate it because, it's free. You want something for nothing. The reason you are stuck is because you don't understand how incredibly valuable you are and you need to be investing in yourself. And then number 7, you're chasing. Somebody tell me what time it is. You're chasing need. You're chasing need, all right? Or you're chasing your lack. You are so focused on, all right, I got to go in a couple minutes. You're chasing need. You're chasing lack. You're so focused on what you don't have. You can articulate that so clear. But if I asked you conversely, what you do? All right, tell me what you did. You know what I mean? You don't have a story to tell, but you've got a story to tell me about how much money you need. I need to make this work. I need to make $20,000. I need to hit 6 figures. What you do, okay? What did you do? What actions did you take that lined up with the thing that you say you want so badly? And if you're not taking the actions, I'm just telling you that that's why you're stuck. All right, and then number 8 is your environment. And just very plainly, guys, if your environment's not working, sometimes it's difficult to be very creative and consistently, what you do, right? To be consistent and to be creative and to be focused. And you have a responsibility to build a life that you want to come home to. That's your responsibility, to build a life you want to come home to. People spend more money on a vacation, $4,000, $5,000, than doing the work, making an investment in a life, building a life you want to come home to. If you're interested in that now, see, that to me, that means something. You can't hug money at the end of the day, guys. You got to understand that. You build a great business to enjoy an amazing life. And I'm into that, all right? So I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. If you're looking for a coach, I'm your girl for sure. If you're looking to create product, if you want to know how to price, position, market yourself, build your brand from scratch, I can support you 100%. I love working with my clients. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. If you are interested in working with a coach, then what you need to do when you're thinking like Mia, like I just found you, like I want to just go to miaredrick.com, hit my contact form and complete a survey. And I'd love to meet you for 20 minutes for a strategy session and see how I can support you with elevating what you got going on. All right. So I'm a straight shooter and I would love to support you guys. I want to thank you for your time today. Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to thank you for your time today. I love you guys. I hope you got great value. All right. And, it was good. All right. So I'll talk to you soon. I have a 9 o'clock coaching call tonight. I love you guys and have a great and amazing night. Bye, guys.